Hey guys, Flabaliki here today and welcome back to Let's Play Planet Coaster Part 3. So as per your suggestions and feedback, we're starting off this episode with a quick little time lapse. I say quick, but it's about 15 minutes. So if you do want to skip forward to about 15 minutes into the video, and that's where we get into like real-time Let's Play, and I give you a quick overview of the build. But basically there was so much more that I wanted to do with this coaster that I just couldn't justify doing it in more episodes. And also you guys really wanted to see the builds as time lapses rather than real time, because I think there's a distinct way to get a good balance between, you know, the real time stuff. It's like I love doing you know, simple builds like putting down rides and shops and all that. I think there's a lot of stuff we can do in real time, but when it comes to detailing and problem solving like I'm doing right now, like believe me, this gets kind of crazy. You'll see, like already this was one of the biggest hurdles I had to overcome, was trying to build this pathway underground. Don't know why I thought going underground was going to be the easy solution. Turned out it was way harder than I thought, but it was alright because it worked in the end. So what I'm doing is actually moving the entrance of the ride, and it's going to tunnel underneath the station and come out the other side. Because while it was difficult to do, I think it was the right decision, as it made sort of everything a little bit easier to build around and work with. The problem I have is that parts don't have the auto tunnel option that roller coasters do. Like with a roller coaster, when you build, you can select auto tunnel and it will just dig a tunnel around them as you build them. Paths don't have that option, so you have to manually dig out the tunnel, which by the way is not easy. It was a huge mess, as you can see right now. Like I'm just trying to get it to go correctly. You can then like sort of fill in the terrain around the path by just smoothing over. It will fill it around and it will like fill in the tunnel, but it won't cover up the pathway. So the pathway will still be there with a nice big gap. But for some reason, there's no auto tunnel for pathways, which would have made this a lot easier to do, because I spent a lot of time trying to get this to work. Also having to replace a station right now because I needed to change the way it was facing, because I think that was the exit I was just doing. But then I'm changing it completely and making that the entrance, because it made more sense to have the entrance on the other side, so it would just be a longer queue. Because the queue for this ride gets pretty damn long, just because it is the Eurofighter type, and we can only fit so many people on the ride at a time, which is annoying. But I think it's a really cool ride, and especially once this building is done. You may have got a sneak peek of it in the thumbnail of this video, but once this building is done, I think it looks absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't be happier with this ride at all. It's just really cool. The one I guess problem that I had with this ride was building the interior for the queue and all that. It didn't, like, there wasn't much I could do because it is the pathways underground. Having like trying to put walls down there just didn't work, so I kind of just left it as a tunnel. And there's no real easy way to do flooring in a building. You still have those like individual pieces that you have to place, kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon 3-esque, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, getting the fast pass queue in now, which was this actually provided a much easier way to do it as well. Like we just bridge over the track and join up to the other side, which means the fast pass queue is actually way shorter than the actual queue, which I think is really cool. But the problem is, I don't even think the queue stays like this. I think I changed it up again, but I'm pretty sure I stopped recording when I realized how many problems I was having with it, and then then sort of jump forward, because I didn't record absolutely everything in this, and you will see parts where we jump forward. Like even at the end, there's a bunch of detailing that I don't include near the end of this, because it just got like even super tedious for a time lapse. But yeah, I think in part 2 you got a good grasp of how the building works and sort of how long it can take. Like I could spend there's still more I could do. Like ideally I would probably even want to demolish the building and do it again, even though I've just built it. But ideally I'd probably want to do that just so I could build the interior a little bit. I think the problem really stems from the coaster itself, because it drops down at the beginning and does all this stuff. It was hard. It was hard to get a building to fit around it very nicely. But anyway, just trying to connect up the exit here. I can't remember why I wanted the exit to turn a corner like that. I think it was just so that you couldn't see directly in from the outside pathway, just so you couldn't look inside too easily. But that's all right. So just putting this flooring, I think we did something similar to this in the previous part as well, and it was quite funny as well. Like some of the comments last time, like there was a few comments saying, yeah, the coaster station's like super ugly, and I'm like, Well, yeah, of course it is, because it wasn't done. It's like, of course it was ugly. We hadn't finished it. We were nowhere near finishing it. But this one, like even right now, yes, it looks super ugly, but just you wait. I think it looks really awesome. Like the inspiration for this was somewhat taken from the Saw ride at Thorpe Park. But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really look anything like it. But, you know, the same kind of idea, like the dark color scheme and just it being dark and kind of spooky, not really. The Saw ride isn't. I mean, it's supposed to be horror because like Saw the movies obviously has like blades and all this stuff, and so it's kind of, I guess, kind of horror themed in a way, kind of spooky themed is what I've gone for with this ride, and that's kind of how this one's been built. This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I think I just cut all of it out because I don't know. Yeah, if you just saw it. The queue, I couldn't get it to connect to the main pathway at all, no matter what I did. I think I had to demolish a queue and completely rebuild it for it to be able to connect to any other pathway. Like it would connect, but the ticket booth wouldn't be placeable, and it was a huge nightmare. It was so annoying. But thankfully, I cut that all out of the time lapse, so you didn't have to see that, because even in time lapse form, that was just painful to watch. Yeah, so just building a bit of the interior. Now, again, this is pretty. I didn't go very in depth on the interior of this build because, you know, at the end of the day, we're never going to see it in this Let's Play because we're playing from outside an overhead camera. I did a little bit of detailing, well, not detailing, just a little bit of building like the walls here, so it goes into the cave underneath, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, we're not going to see it, so I'm really not bothered by it. I didn't want to waste too much of my time because this is a Let's Play and not a Let's Build series, so we need to do some actual playing of the game, which, don't worry, like I said, is coming up after we build this station. But I think it's really cool. I didn't actually check all the guest thoughts. Hopefully they're thinking this looks a little bit more exciting now, because I remember earlier they're like, dude, there's no scenery around Roller Coaster 22 or what. I think this is Coaster 22 or whatever it's called. And they're like, yeah, there's no scenery, so it's kind of sucky. So hopefully they're a little bit happier now, because I did an absolute like there's so much scenery in this, like this building right now, like the station building. There's 1,222 individual pieces placed, so 1,220 pieces or something like that. So much so, I can't even save it in a single blueprint. Like, I wanted to share it, like the coaster as a whole and the building, but I would have to remove some pieces to be able to do that. And I will be sharing it to the workshop, so what I might do is just remove some pieces here and there to make it possible. But I don't know. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I do want to share this because I would like if you guys have the game, it'd be really cool for you guys to download it and play around with it as well, which I think would be awesome. What I'll do is I'll probably share the coaster design itself and then the coaster with the station as well. So you can just get the coaster without the building and then the coaster with. I don't know. We'll see how we go. I haven't figured all that out yet. But yeah, see, this is what I mean about the flooring is it's still not super easy to get flooring in buildings, and you'd think about 12 years on from the last Roller Coaster Tycoon game that there'd be a better way to do it, like build a room and then just click to add floor or something. I don't know what the solution would be, but it's still really annoying for flooring, like especially when you go into the terrain like this, because at least in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, when you went into terrain, you had the flat edges of the terrain, so it just looked like a wall going down. Like that looked fine, but this, because we had the voxel terrain, you know, the much better terrain, don't get me wrong, the terrain is so much better, but it makes doing tunnel entrances with pathways super difficult to make them look anything other than a hole in the ground, which is one of the big challenges I had. But at the same time, I figured it was in the building. That was one of the reasons I extended the building as well, is just to put that in there. And now, a few people suggested that I could use the advanced move tool to rotate the smaller wall pieces, but unfortunately you can't. So around where the chain lift is, and make like a smaller gap by rotating the wall pieces on their side. You can't, which is really annoying, you can't rotate wall pieces like vertically or sort of like put them flat for some reason. I don't know why. There was actually a bug in Alpha 2, I think, where you could do that. But then they fixed it, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know. Because it'd be cool if you could, in turn, take the entire building and just rotate it so it was kind of leaning over a little bit. I mean, Leaning Tower of Pisa-esque, you know, the whole building just tilting. I don't know why we can't do that. Hopefully they add the ability to do that. I don't see why that would be a hard thing to add or anything, because it's weird, because a bunch of the items can, you know, be freely placed like that, but then some of them, like, there's some arbitrary pieces that can't be. Like, there's pieces that look like a column that have to go on the grid. Then there's pieces that also look like a column that don't have to go on the grid, which I don't understand. Like, I don't know what the difference is between them. Anyway, just playing around with the exterior of the building now, making it look a little bit more detailed by adding some arches and these little cornice pieces as well. Just giving a little bit more oomph, because right now it looks super blank. I found these pieces as well, which I thought looked really cool. Throwing back to the whole saw aesthetic, you know, that sort of arch up the top kind of looks like a saw blade, you know, like with the teeth, which I thought looked really, really good for it. Now I was trying to pick a sign here, but I never got around to finding a good one. We need like the ability to make more custom signs. I hope they add in like the custom text signs like they had in previous Roller Coaster Tycoon games. Those will be really good, where you can just type whatever you wanted. That'll be useful. So now I've done a bit more detailing off camera there. As you can see, we jump forward and there's like all these windows and scaffolding and all that kind of stuff. Now I'm trying to build a fence because there are some fences in the games. There's like a wooden fence and there's some like iron fence and I think a stone fence, but nothing that really I felt suited the aesthetic of what I'm trying to go for here. So I thought I'd just make my own fence out of these sort of driftwood pieces. I was going to build it out of that, but I thought, you know what? I can just build it out of 2 of those. So basically going through here and building a custom fence, which I think fits the theme of it much better than any of the built-in ones. Now this is something that is super tedious, so that's, thank God it's you know, it's sped up, but I actually it's really just therapeutic to build these things. I think just relax. I was listening to a podcast while I was doing it, just building a fence, getting them all in place there. Yeah, because I mean, in a theme, it also kind of annoys me, but there's actually no chain link fence in this game, which I really would have liked to just put around the entire coaster, like fence off the ride. Because, you know, in theme parks, they don't generally let you just walk up. They don't just have an open grass field up to where the ride is. So it's like, okay, let me just build some... This is just a decorative fence, you know. Obviously, it would also stop people going over it, but it's not supposed to be super secure. It's just supposed to go with the aesthetic of the building, like this little grayish wooden fence. It just matches the building, kind of spooky looking just around the front there. And I really wish we had more terrain paints as well. Like, we only have sand and grass, at least in this biome. I don't know why there aren't others. Hopefully they add like a dirt and a stone texture, because obviously there is a stone texture because cliffs have it. But why can't I just paint the stone texture as well? Anyway, using a bunch of these like brambles and bushes and making it look kind of just spooky and a little bit more run down than it was, because it looked pretty clean a little bit earlier along. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So just trying to, you know, rough it up a little bit, make it look a little bit more spooky, getting that dead tree with like rope all over it and kind of weird stuff, and getting a ladder as well, just as a little detail. But this is essentially what I do for the next, I think I probably did this for another hour for the rest of the ride. But the time lapse only goes for another like minute or so, just because I think you get the idea. I could have showed all of it, but I really didn't want to, because I think you get like the general gist of it here with me placing all the bits and bobs, and it's pretty much just this for the rest of it. It would have been good if it didn't take me as long, but I think it was totally worth it in the end. Just when you see the ride, I think it really, really comes together. Like, I added way more trees and way more variety of trees, and I was going to do an arch out of rocks over that. Then I was like, what am I doing that for? Why don't we just do a building over it, because it looks a little bit nicer. So we get this, because it's basically the coaster's coming down there, rushing through it. So it's like, it really gives you this like whoosh effect while you ride the ride. So just building, I don't know, like some little tower thing, some spooky little tower that they sort of go through. It's not really spooky, but, you know, same theme as the rest of the ride. Just a little structure there that they can go through. With a bit of a fun roof, you know, matching the whole aesthetic as well. I mean, that roof doesn't really match any aesthetic that we've already done, but that's fine. Yeah, so I go through it, add a bunch of details, because the building, you can see the station building still looks pretty blank and pretty bland, really. So I go through and add a lot more stuff to it, which I hope you're enjoying this, because this is how I really want to continue the series, is, you know, like a time lapse of lots of detailing, and then we jump into the episode with lots of real-time building and planning out and building rides and all that kind of stuff. because the rest of this episode we build another coaster, and I think it's really cool. So hopefully you enjoy that. But yeah, just a little bit more detailing here that you can see, because I thought that looked really cool, having this hill with rocks and trees that the ride sort of swoops up and around. I think that just looks, it basically makes it look a lot better than just being on flat grass with nothing there. Like, it looks a lot better than that. But we're pretty much ready to jump into the real-time part of the episode, so I'll leave you here. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little time. I say little time lapse. It was a pretty solid 15 minutes of sort of building up this coaster. The one thing I haven't done, as you may notice, because it's now nighttime, we don't have any lights on the building. So I thought we'd quickly just go through and do that, because that shouldn't be a task that is too intrusive or take too long, especially because it looks awesome. No, it's in scenery, actually, because it looks awesome. And it's a lot of fun playing around with the lights. So I don't know what we'll do in terms of lighting this behemoth up. I think let's do some advanced placement and maybe like this, and actually just bring them down a little bit. I don't particularly want to actually, no, I don't know if I want to bring it down. I was gonna say, I don't know if I particularly want to hide the lights. I don't think that's something I want to do, like in terms of like sinking them into the ground and making them invisible. But I'm thinking maybe if we just sort of bring some lights along like this, it could look pretty cool. Just sort of, you know, lighting upwards on the building. I think that looks quite interesting. Oh, look at that tree light. I think this one could probably... Ooh, and hang on, let me turn to the side so I can get the lighting correct. This one could probably use a bit of red. We'll come back through and we'll do the colors in a minute. This one can probably go a little bit closer. Yeah, so I thought we'd just do a bit of fun lighting like that on the building, because then you still get... It really gets that sort of ominous look. Like, it's like, oh, jeez, look at that building. It's incredible. It's one of the best buildings I've ever seen. And then we can put some more lights around the place as well. We'll get one about there. Yeah, the advanced placement tool, very, very handy for this exact use of just getting lights up around the building. Then we'll get them over here, bring them in closer to the building, bring them up a little bit steeper. There you go. And then we'll get one on this tree as well. So we'll get one maybe about here, and we should be able to rotate this onto the tree. I think that should be pretty good. All right, so if we have a look at that, I think that would be quite good. And then we'll get some lights on the entrance. We also need to get a sign. I haven't done a sign yet for that bit, but that's something that I want to do. Okay, I think that red is a little too intense. Maybe just like the light. No, that just kind of makes it look orangey, though. Maybe we could even make it yellow. No, it doesn't look... The problem is, I wish you could choose the red, but just darken it down a little bit. Speaking of which, I guess we can just do this way. If we go a little further... There you go. Yep, just go that way and I can do exactly what I just suggested. Good. I kind of wish though, because yeah, I wish there was more. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of choice, but the problem is there's not actually browns in here. A lot of these colors here look way too orange rather than brown. But anyway, it's not really a big deal right now. Cool. Definitely want to light up that front bit there. So I'm thinking maybe we can go. We'd have to get a light from over here somewhere, I'm thinking. Because then this, I don't want to put on the roof because I don't think that looks as good. It definitely have to come off this building somewhere though. I think I want to, if we chuck it on the side of this, just so it looks like it's attached to something realistically. That's not going to work. Hang on. There we go. Use the object axis. There you go. Let's just put it like it's sort of attached to the wall. Cool. All right. So if that goes there, it's just sort of sitting on the side of the building, but then then it does just light up that little bit there a little bit, not too much. It leaves all this bottom bit quite dark, which I think is good. We could even, I don't know if I want to light up the ground at all. Hang on, let me align to surface or building, because this will allow us, I mean, it could be good in some places to be able to do that, but I don't know if I want to do that. We could definitely get one onto that tree. I think onto the tree would be really cool. So let's get this hidden underneath. Not underneath, but under, like behind this little section here. I think even that just there is fine. And especially even, I think even just as a white light, that looks good because it just adds that sort of glow around it. And I think I will want to just light up the ground a little bit. Let's go. Oops. Sorry, I meant to press F. So that will go in the middle. And then we're pretty much done with this. I think I could do some more lights around the place, but I think I'll leave that for myself to do. There you go. So I did do, and I don't think I even brought this up. Actually, let's get some lights on the entrance as well real quick. I don't even think I mentioned this when we jumped into the actual playing the game. So I don't know where to put these lights because we got to really light it up from across the road, but there's nothing here yet, so it looks a bit weird. So maybe we'll just leave that. Yeah, so let's go back to daytime because I did a lot more stuff after I stopped doing the time lapse because a lot of the stuff I did after that was really quite even more tedious for the time lapse, but we'll see that when daytime rolls around. But I think I want to get another ride. We should get some more rides and more stuff generally. So let's get some rides. We'll get a flat ride. I want to get something in here because we have this nice little fence that we can build along. I know it's very hard to see at the moment, but it'll be daytime in just a moment. I'm not sure what I want to do. Not that. Probably something tall. Oh, not that tall. That's cool. Not quite like, I thought that was much smaller than that. That's okay. What have we got here? We've got this thing. Maybe we could do something a little bit. I want something with a straight edge, I think. What is this? Interesting, interesting. We could do that. Because if we go... Because I would like it lined up with the fence. Just so it can like sit right on the fence. Hang on, let's have a look. What does that look like if we had it there? I think that should really go further into the park, just so when you're at the front, you can kind of see it. Anyway, so what I did is, I detailed the building a lot more. Just added a lot more sort of flavor and just interesting stuff to it. I don't know if this fence was in it, but I added this fence around here and a bunch more trees and rocks and all that kind of stuff, just to sort of really give the place a little bit more of a flair, and that fence there as well. But yeah, I think a ride could go in here so perfectly, and I think that's exactly what we have to do. Maybe even those, or... Oh, the teacup's a little too big, though. Sky Ace, also too big. Maybe this, then, would be what we'd want. I'm not sure why it can't go there. That's interesting. It can go there, but not there. What's this? That could be good. I don't know. I'm not really feeling these rides for that spot. Actually, what I do want to do... There's a whole bunch. I have a whole bunch of ideas of how I want to do this. I want to have a pathway coming down this way. So this will be sort of like rides either side. I actually wanted to build a junior coaster. I'm going to make this pathway smaller. Maybe 6 meters. No, 6 meters too small? No, that's too small. I don't want it 10 meters wide. Maybe 9. Maybe 8. About there. How's that? I think that's good. Something like that. So that would sort of just spur up that way. We have some more rides down this side. Maybe we put a ride in this section then. But I just wanted a square-edged ride to put in here. But I think this space is actually smaller than it appears. Ooh, this might actually work. If we go there. Damn it. Can work there. But do I want it there? Oh, yeah, now, so the other thing is money is super unbalanced at this point because we have like $77,000. Do I want it there? I mean, yeah, that could be quite good, especially from the front here. I think I want to change all of these lights as well to be on the side of the path because right now they really do block the view. That was more just a quick thing that we could do. I'm going to come back through and change all of this up and make it a little bit more detailed. I also need to fix this because as far as I'm aware, there's no way to delete like a junction without deleting the entire path and putting it back. But then when I try to put it back, it's really hard to get all these stores to join. And it was a whole thing that I've got to go back and do and fix up. But I think I like this here. I think I do. So let's get an entrance. We'll go there. We'll get an exit. Maybe... I would... hang on, let me build the pathway a little bit further out. Just so it doesn't create a weird curve to it. Even that's kind of weird. I'll go there, and then I'll try and get... I want it like... I want to try and get it to be like 90 degrees here. So if we go... I don't know what is... That's about 4 meters, yeah? Okay. So length 1. So if we go there... That looks okay. It's a little bit curved, but I think that's good. I like that. All right. So then what I wanted to do with the queue was to... So I used... Oh, actually... I'll show you around inside there in a minute as well, because we haven't done that. I think I'll use this sort of grate, because I think it's what we used before as well. Hang on. Let's go this way. Can that line up along the fence? I might shift the fence back just a tad. Also, it's a little bit uneven there. So I think let's go through and level this off, because I think this would be a really nice spot to Just because what it's going to do is you're sort of lining up here. You're next to this fence. You're like, oh, wow, look at this thing. You're like, and then you can look up and just see the ride through the trees. I might even remove a few of these trees so you get a better view. As a way to be like, hey, you're going on this ride now, but that's really the ride you want to be on next. I think that'll be cool. So we might do that. Just lower all that down. Make sure that's all level. Cool. All right, so add the queue. So we'll build the pathway. Oh, that's... hang on, let me get rid... I think I need to get rid... It's annoying because the terrain tools don't work when a pathway is placed. You have to remove the pathway and then put it back again, which is kind of annoying. But this ride is not going to have a fast pass. I think we'll only do like fast passes on coasters. Oh, that like lines up really well with that building. I would like it to... If we could get it... Hang on, angle snap off. The problem is it kind of goes into the building there. Hang on, if I can... See, that kind of snapping is annoying. I don't know how to... I don't think there's a way to disable that snapping because I want to put it there, but that pathway is connecting to it. So it's like... I don't know. It's a thing. Because I want this to go here. But then I want to go angle snap and make the... And then I want it to go back up again, which... And then if we could get it to like... Sort of wrap around in this space. That's ideally what I'm trying to do. Whoops. 2 maybe. I don't think there's a way to get it to line up perfectly though. Maybe if we go back here again and then... You know, turn that on. Turn the snap on. So that goes too far. That goes... okay, well... Oh, the 30-degree snap seems pretty good actually. Okay, let's do this. I'm just going to do this and then we can always come back and change it or whatever. That I might actually leave. And we can like decorate that. I wonder if we can get back up through here. See, I really want them next to each other, but doing all these curves and corners is making it really hard to do that. This space, oh, I wish that corner was a little bit more. Oh, I could do that so they could queue forever. See, that's good. I like that, but... And then I have to do this, and then it's just like a huge thing, and it just doesn't really work. Okay, let's... okay, I'm making this too complicated for myself. Let's just go back, and I'm just wasting your time as well as my own. So, let's go like this, because then that works just fine, no problems. And we can just queue it up like this. And then this will work. Oh, we could even... I wonder if we could fit a fast pass in there. Well, you know what? We'll leave a gap. I want to see if we can fit it in. Let's get a queue thing here. That'll fit in very, very nicely. Just... I would ideally want it there, but it's not really going to fit. Okay, so if you could not do the glitchy path... Oh, why can't I place that? Oh no, why is it doing this? Oh, there we go. I've had that issue before. I had it on this coaster where I couldn't connect the queue to the main path and it was really, really annoying. Anyway, let's go over here. Let's enable priority path. Let's see if we can do it because I wasn't going to do it. But if I can fit it, then why not? If it lets... it's not going to let me place it, is it? I can put it over there, but that's not going to be any faster. You know what? Okay, no, never mind. Let's... No! That's okay. Right, let's go to paths, queues, and we're going to fix this one up. Just so it's a little bit longer. There we go. Cool. All right, so that fits in nicely in that little space, and especially with some scenery in there, I think that'll look really cool and all of this, but that's something that I'll spend a little time doing a little bit later. So that's going to go in there, and then I believe we want to test this before anybody goes on it. Do we need to do that? I don't know how to do it on this ride. Maybe oh, there. Start test. Slow down time and get that rolling. So that ride will be there. That's just another thing for people to do in the park. Then I want to build up another coaster. This one I want to be a junior coaster because it's just going to be casual, relaxed, pretty simple. Where the hell is it? I can't see it. It's a little further down. Yeah, there it is. Junior coaster. This is pretty casual. I really wish you could put this station in the ground. It would just like dig down for me. Oh, you can change it there. There you go. That's nice. So if we have entrance like that. Why does this station have to be so long? Does it need to be that big? Whatever. It's a bigger coaster than I thought it would be. Let's put it back here. about there, because I'm just thinking I want to be out. Well, that's a big spot you can get it. I want to be able to fit rides in here. Let's just get some in just randomly. Not necessarily. These aren't necessarily going to stay here. They're just going to provide us with a position that rides could possibly go, more as like markers of how much room I'm going to need to leave it. So really with the coaster, we don't want to build any further past that bit. It's just what I'm trying to signify so we can actually fit some rides in here. Those will probably change. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go back over to this coaster. Let's build. How do I build a... Oh, I'm on the wrong ride. Let's build a coaster. Okay, let's see. So we're going to go pushes trains up an incline, slows train down, pushes train along slowly, and block section. So we just want to go up the lift. No, we don't, because we need to go around a corner first. Yeah. Does this station have settings? Or... No? Okay. Let's just go out like this. Now, I'm thinking... Because really, we need to go up a lift hill that way. So just got to turn around, really. I don't particularly like how long this car is. I want it a bit shorter. Yeah, something like that. Maybe even a bit shorter. There, that's good. Yeah, I like that length better than the one we had before. All right, so that'll come around, and I guess I'll pause as we build this because this is gonna be a pretty quick build. It's gonna go up because this thing can't go very steep at all. That's like as steep as we can go on that incline here. So let's go up. It's a junior coaster, so let's not go too crazy. About there is probably fine. And we can't even take that down. No dropping over the edge. Okay, so this, then it's going to go... Oh, I wish you could go steeper on these things, but you really can't. That's really it. Okay, so let's go like this. And then I want to bank it. Now again, all of these will be smoothed out. They will not be as intense as that is, because that's a pretty sharp bank, but that's probably too wide as well, actually. Hang on. Go back. Turn it. There you go. And bring it in. There you go. Look at this. Look at this. This is a good coaster. Okay, let's go like this. That'll be it there. Then we'll come back this way. We'll flatten off. Whoops. That's too far. Flatten off. Bring that in a bit shorter. We're going to go up. And really bring that down. And then up. And then... No, that's probably a little too intense. Like that. So it's just like a woo. And then you go back down again for a bit of fun. There you go. So another drop. Like this. No, let's go a little bit further. There. Okay. This is looking like a coaster. So you're going to go down around little bump. And then, do they have any, like, yeah, they have some helixes that we can use. They're a little loose, you know? I could have just used that up on that bit. Oh well. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really like these helixes. They're really quite... They go up too high. I don't like that. I'll just do my own. I'll do my own. Okay. Let's turn. Let's go around the corner and make it a little bit wider. And we'll go up a little bit. I do have like angle snap and everything on, but I think that's okay. So I'm going to go like this. And then actually back down again. So it'll sort of go up and then down. Oh, that's actually cool. I like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But we really need to go further in because I need to get around this way. Here we go. Like this. And straight on. This is good. This is going to be a good coaster. I can feel it. There you go. And just go back down. And it's going to go this way. Maybe not that sharp. And also not that far down. Okay, coming back in. You got to look at these little controls in the right angle, otherwise it gets confusing. Right, I think we need to let's test this thing because I don't know how this thing doesn't go particularly fast, but I want to make sure that we're not killing the kids, because that is not something that we do here. We do not want to do that. So we're going up. Let's slow down time. God, that takes forever to get up there. We might actually need to make the station longer if it's going to be that slow. It's a little bit rough with the banks at the moment, but that's okay. Yeah, nice little drop there. Down. Going up. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh. And up. That's good. I actually really like that. I think that's cool. And then... No. We go under it here. Can we go up a little bit? So it's like, oh, we're going to hit it, but then you don't. I don't think it's going to let me do that. Damn it. Oh, alright. Well, anyway. Fine, we'll stay flat. Actually, if I make it a little bit shorter, maybe then I can do it. Going up. Okay, can you stop turning, though? Just go forward. There we go. Then you go down. You go down. Flat there. I just want to make this a fairly, like, compact coaster and look like there's a bunch of track. Well, I mean, it does look like there's a bunch of track in there. But, yeah, I want it to be fairly together. Like this. One of these is going to work how I want it to. Maybe that one. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. I also don't know why that's actually banking there, because that shouldn't have been. Why is that banking? I think I was going to turn it. Yeah, I probably was. Yeah, no, I totally was. Let's go flat, and then we can... Oh, bank it, turn it. Go around. And then maybe make it a little bit shorter, and then go up. I don't know how realistic this thing is at all, but that's fine. It's not about realism. It's about fun. Having a crazy time. Obviously, that's a really rough corner at the moment, but we'll go back through and smooth all of this out. Okay, so I think what we want to do is probably get it back to the station. These colors are super offensive too. Like, they are really not good on the eyes. That's going so slow up the hill. Oh my god. Can I make that faster? That is so bad. Let's see. How do I... Really? There's no... Oh, real F speed. There we go. 4 meters a second. Good, because that's so slow. It was so slow. Okay, then... I actually like the angle it's sort of giving me here. It's probably not going too fast at this point, so I think we might be able to just remove the banking there. Yeah, that's not fast at all. Let's bring this back to the station. That's even sort of going around the corner. I actually quite like that. Okay, so then we go like this. Then this is gonna... I want to bank this, I think. Because this is going to go up. I don't know if I've done too much here. I think I might have overkilled this coaster. I think I've done too much. But we'll roll with it for now. We'll roll with it. Okay, let's go up like this. Whoops. Bring it in. It's going to come around. Here we go. Back down. And then it's going to go this way. Yeah, there you go. Look at this. Beautiful. And then... It's like that, except not quite like that, because that should definitely be... There you go. Go up and around. Oh, that's good. That actually is quite good. Rolls back into the station at a reasonable speed, especially if we put some brakes there. Good. That's good. I like that. I don't know if it... Yeah, I don't know if I've done a little too much on this, but... Do I just want to... No, that's going to be... Let's not do that. Let's do it bit by bit, because I think that's going to be a little too much to... Let's smooth the banking around there. That's good. Because I'm pretty sure it's just all the banking bits that are going to be a little bit messy. As it... Yeah, especially that. Like, there's some, like, really sharp bits, I think, that are just over-banking. Because this coaster is not... by any means... Oh, look at that bit. It's not by any means fast. Like, it is pretty slow and pretty casual. So we want to keep it pretty gentle. There we go. I think that'll be good. And then maybe if we go on this bit here... I wonder if we do maybe a block section. Now, the problem with block section is... Actually, I think I need 2 block sections, do I? Because the problem is, I think you can have... Because you can't have one sitting there while that one leaves, because that's technically... Yeah, I don't think there's any point in doing block section. We'll just do some brakes. Friction brakes. And then... Now the problem is, I think building them backwards is... I know that building the block brakes backwards actually made the cars face backwards, which is definitely a bug. Because I noticed it over on... Oh my god, that only just makes it. That's so bad. It only just makes it on... What am I saying? No. When I did it backwards on here, like I built all the block sections backwards, all the cars like faced backwards on this coaster, and I was like, what is going on? Anyway, so we'll do it like that. And then we'll smooth this bit out. So it sort of just directs into that a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's good. That looks good. Now this section... Push this train along slowly. Yeah, there you go. So I can actually make it. There you go. It'll be good. Alright, so I think that's done. So we'll let that test. You know what, well, I guess we'll ride it as well. There we go. Oh, look at us being pulled along slowly. I think this coaster, especially with some more decoration and scenery, will look much nicer. Oh my god, that's so slow. We need to speed that up. That is so slow. Like even this is maximum speed up the hill. Like I get it's a junior coaster, but couldn't it just get up the hill a little bit quicker? I guess not. I guess that's just too much to ask for. Anyway, so let's see if we like this or not. Going down, that corner looks a little bit dodgy. That could use some smoothing. Here we go. Whoa, look at that sunrise. Here we go. That's nice and smooth. This bit's good. I like this. Going down, because it goes up and then down. The thing I don't like about this coaster is that all the supports look way too tall. Like, just because the coaster is quite... It is actually a pretty tall coaster for a junior ride. And I think that can be fixed with some terrain editing around it and just giving some hills and all that. A couple of friction brakes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, what happened there? Like, teleported in. Is that not connected properly or something? What happened? That was weird. It didn't seem to complete. Go. Test. Is he going to test? What's happening? Start test. I don't know if that... I don't know what happened there. Yeah, but I think... Okay, while that's testing, we'll see if that happens again. Let's... Yeah, this could definitely... Like, around the back here is... I think this really could use some stuff. Let's just watch it go back in. Why doesn't it... It doesn't seem to complete the ride. Huh. I don't know what's going on there. Get rid of that bit. Maybe now? Whoops, too far. Start test. Let's keep an eye on that. Okay. While that's going, let's go here. Make this a little bit bigger. And this is going to go up. Just because, yeah, I think it just looks... It looks just too monstrous, really. I think just putting it on a slope... And some of these, I think I might get rid of some of the supports because as well, it just looks... It looks like a mess. And I don't think that's because my coaster building is not on point. I think the coaster building is beautiful. It just needs a little less supports here and there. But let's see if this works. I think that corner needed a bit of smoothing, didn't it? It's going around. I think that already looks much better with the terrain just like that really quickly. It's going to come in. Is this actually going to finish this time? Ah, there you go. Cool. All right, so that worked. Results. But I think that's actually better than this coaster. And the reason for that... Let's have a look. 5. This is 4.2. Yeah, the reason the excitement on this one is fairly low is because of the block section. Like, they have to wait on this ride. Like, if we go in, which I meant to show you around this building. If we go and they have to wait on this ride in that position just outside of the station for quite a while before they can actually go. So that counts as ride time. Which is why this ride said it's 142. Yeah, see, that's the start of the ride. So they sit there for a long time before it actually gets going. Which I think... I get why it lowers the excitement, but it really shouldn't. Because technically the ride hasn't started at that point. So I don't know what they could do about that to make it sort of recognize that block sections aren't always... I don't know, it's confusing. I really wish that was a block section there, but it doesn't count as one. Because that would actually speed up the ride. Because then the next ride could already go now, rather than having to sit at the station for so long. But yeah, anyway, this can be opened. See how that goes. I think this could probably be open too. Let's get this going. Did I do the exit on the other side? Oh, damn it. I shouldn't have done that. Hang on. Let me edit track. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, no, I want them both on this side. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that makes my train way shorter. Hang on. Whoops. I want to go more station. Yeah, there you go. Oh, hang on. This is getting confusing. What's going on? Station? Like, I don't know if I built it or not. What is build? No, that's brakes. What? Build. Okay, then I go here. This is so confusing. Actually, let me go here, and then we want to go friction brakes. Then we go regular track, join it to there. Then we go from here, and then build friction brakes just so it... Hang on. What? What happened there? What is going on? That should be there. That goes there. Okay, then this... Smooth. And then also, what else needed? Up the top, this first corner. Just needed smooth all on it. Because it was a little bit messy. And then I think I want to get rid of supports on some of these. Yes, that looks good. Oh, that's too many. Maybe that one in the middle. That's better. Get rid of some on this as well. Yeah. I think there's just too many. Oh, I wish there was a support there. That's kind of annoying me that there isn't. But that looks better. Although this actually looks like it is kind of floating now. No, not water tunnel. What am I doing? I want... That's not doing anything. Is it this bit? Maybe it's this bit. No, that's that bit. What? Why is... Whatever. I think that's fine. It could probably use a little bit of tweaking. I think... Yeah, it could use a bit of tweaking. But anyway, I think that's fine. We'll go done. That can keep testing again. Now, let's place an entrance right about here. Exit. If we can get the exit like right next to... Oh, the exit's actually much bigger. Huh, who knew? Right, entrance can go down the end then. Exit can go right opposite that, so they can basically just walk directly out. That'll be good. We're going to use this. I kind of wish this could be on the ground sometime. Oh, hello, I'm up here. Wish I could be on the ground sometimes instead of having to get it to go down all the time. So we're not going to be able to go where the exit is. I don't know what to do with this queue. Because we're going to want a fast pass. Let's go this way. Then let's do a ramp because that's a little bit nicer. Then let's go pathway from the exit. I kind of wish it also wasn't nighttime because that would make it easier. This can be the border. So this will come down like that. That's fine. Cool. And then we go Q. Now, if we get a fast pass just coming around this way, that'll be good. So if we can get this to end up back on this side for the start. Oh, it's not going to. Yeah, because it needs to be on this side, but now there's no room for a ticket booth. I don't know where we could... Is this... Yeah, there's people going on it. Cool. Maybe if we go... Let's get this out. No. We need to get rid of all of this. Not all of it, but... Go like this. And then it can come up this way. And I'll do a really simple structure around this too. Nothing too crazy. Nothing as crazy as that one. Just like maybe a little hut or something. I don't know what kind of ride this will be. Alright, so then this will go around this way. There we go. And hopefully I can fit the ticket booth in here. Actually, you know what? I probably didn't need to put that there. I can probably fit it in like this. Yeah, there you go. So if we go as close as I can get it with it still attached. There. Cool. If we do that, and then options, enable priority pass. Oh, enable priority pass. Here we go. So we should be able to get this pretty close to the entrance. there. Now I'm assuming I can fit this up here. Yes, good. Connect the queue. Let's go from this way. Okay, so this is going to come down. Oh, that really can't fit through there. Are you... Oh, there we go. If I turn off angle snappy, I can do this. I'll turn it back on because I do want it to snap there. And then turn that off because I want it to go pretty much like this. Oh, no. Whoops. This is always so annoying to get this stuff to work how I want it to. This is like the benefit and the shortcoming of having... that should be 4 meters. Is it 4 meters? Yeah. The benefits and shortcomings of having like a free placement of paths and no grid. Like if there was a grid, you could do that perfectly, no problem. But the freedom of not having a conforming to a grid is awesome, but it makes placing stuff really hard sometimes. But I think that's good. So that's running. That is getting pretty good results, I think. It's a minute, that ride. It's a pretty good ride. Yeah, that's a minute long. That's way longer than... I mean, this ride is 140 seconds long, but not actually. It's probably about... I think it's about maybe 45 seconds or something. I don't know. Maybe a bit longer. It's just the wait time on that one is way longer. Let's open that up. Let's see if people like it. So next part, I will do a little bit of theming and detailing around this ride and around here. These two are just placeholders, so they'll probably move. I'll probably also fix up these lights. And of course, any suggestions you have down below would be very, very helpful because we got some great feedback on how to proceed forward. Like you guys like seeing the building of like coasters and rides and some of the building, but not all of the building. Like this took me ages to do. It was like 2 hours or something to do this entire ride. So that's why I time-lapsed it a little bit. But yeah, so if you have any suggestions or feedback, also we do need a name for this because I want to share this ride on the Steam Workshop as a blueprint. So if you have a good name that we could, you know, call this thing. Because we had a few suggestions the first episode, but not really. So get name suggesting for this one. And that'll be really, really cool. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. And have an awesome day.